I've gotta get out of here before it's too late. They're at my door like a bag of wolves. Before I knew it, I'm at the gate. They're behind me, oh God, it's too late.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen, bitches? Welcome back to the channel. We're here recording live from the mothership as we have the episode following Backlash, a hugely successful pay-per-view out here on the channel. We begin the road to Money in the Bank. A 2-week build starts here for the joint pay-per-view to see who gets the Money in the Bank briefcase. We have some huge things going on tonight as the daughter of the McMahon family, Stephanie McMahon herself, is in the building to make a huge announcement. So she says. The first man down to the ring eagerly is Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe just facing off against Jeff Hardy at the Backlash pay-per-view for the United States Championship, and coming up short against the charismatic Enigma again for the second time running. And Joe is just, he looks like he's teetering on the edge, boy. Now I'm gonna keep this nice and short because Jeff Hardy knows what type of man I am, just as I know what type of coward Jeff Hardy is, because I'm not even gonna call him a man. We know how he behaves and we know how he acts. Last time I came down to this ring to call out Jeff Hardy, I told him that for as long as he hides from me, I will destroy anyone and anything I see backstage in that locker room until he comes down to meet me face to face. And I already know he won't be down here tonight because the last time I said that to him, he hid and he was quaking in his boots. So now, the same premise stands. I'm gonna destroy anything in my path that I see until Jeff Hardy is the one looking me in my face. So Jeff, if you're not the coward that we all know you to be, you can meet me backstage and you'll know where to find me, because all you have to do is follow the path of destruction that I leave. I mean, interesting to see, Samoa Joe is still pursuing this rivalry despite losing 2 on the bounce against the United States Champion. This is interesting to see where this is gonna head. Here to get this first match of the show started, and the first man coming down here is Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode in competition last week against Mustafa Ali one-on-one, and he put on a good performance but wasn't able to pick up the victory. So Bobby Roode getting himself a chance against the new Intercontinental Champion inside this ring here today. And it's always an opportunity to show off what you got when you're facing off against a champion. I mean, it's like I always said, it's the fastest route you can get to a championship. It's the fastest route you can get to stardom if you pick up a win against a champion of any kind. It just puts respect on your name. If you defeat someone who's holding the belt, it gives you an instant claim to that championship, because you can then say I am better than the champion, and that can't really be refuted. So Bobby Roode, a former champion in his own right, as we say every time he comes down here, had a great United States Championship reign in season 1, coming down here again trying to reboot his career. What's the first step onto coming up into the ring? I hope you're ready. Bobby, I mean, I would usually skip his entrance, but at this point we have to watch. Till I'm victorious. It's lit. But like I said, new Intercontinental Champion. This man right here is on a whole nother level in this universe mode for some reason. Like, he comes out here and he puts on a performance every time, and he comes out and he shows out for the crowd. Oh, you just gonna interrupt me? Just gonna interrupt me? You just gonna interrupt me? I got the bell. Dolph Ziggler defeating Rusev. I want to say quickly, but it wasn't really that quick. I mean, I went back and I watched. It wasn't that quick. It wasn't as quick as I had originally thought. But nonetheless, making relatively light work, defeating the champion before he even got his jacket off in the match. But Dolph Ziggler new Intercontinental Champion, and I believe he set a new record for this universe mode, being the first man to hold 3 different belts across both shows. So no one who's been on both shows has held a belt on each show and had 3 different belts. Dolph Ziggler having the WWE Championship, the European Championship, and now the IC Championship. Might be wrong, but I feel like that's right. I haven't done any research. I know there might be people who have held 3 belts on that other show just because they're trash and they always starting new belts and always, you know. So technically, someone like Pete Dunne may have, because again, they're always taking his belt away and then just giving him a new one, and it, you know. But in terms of actual legitimacy in championships, oh damn, he hit him with a big chop to the chest. That shit look like it hurt. That shit look like it hurt. Bobby Roode, ooh. Going for a nice little suplex into pin. I mean, when it comes to technical wrestling, is there many people who could get upper hand against Dolph Ziggler? I am not too sure. So taking that route against Dolph Ziggler is a tough route to take if you want to out-wrestle him. Dolph Ziggler is one of the best pure wrestlers in the business. With his wrestling background, the pedigree we know he has. There's a nice reversal there from Dolph Ziggler into a DDT. Into a DDT. DDT. Ooh. New Intercontinental Champion with his first match as that champion. What's going to happen between him and Rusev? Not too sure. Who will get that championship shot at Money in the Bank? If there is one, of course. Joint pay-per-view. Like I said, a 2-week build as we go towards that one. Saying 2 weeks. Money in the Bank will be here. We do have Money in the Bank qualifiers coming up in today's show as well as next week's show. So it's all going to go down in these coming weeks. Men's Money in the Bank and women's. Dolph Ziggler fires himself into that corner with the splash. Telling Bobby Roode to get up. Dolph Ziggler saying, I'm the champ. Again, like I said, 3 separate championships held by Dolph Ziggler in this universe mode. One of the longest reigning WWE champions we had. Of course, AJ Styles is the longest and the longest reigning champion period, but one of the longest reigning WWE champions is Dolph Ziggler. Big right hand from the IC champion, knocking down Bobby Roode. Oh, famous side. No way. I was just about to say, it goes without saying, if he could get a victory over the champion, we might as well put him in that match at Money in the Bank. But it doesn't look like he's going to do that because the famous side, he kicks out. Bobby Roode getting the kick out against Dolph Ziggler right there. But that was just off of the famous side. It looked like Bobby Roode was hurting right there. Oh, he threw a right hand at Bobby Roode. Wasn't able to get out of the way of it. And Bobby Roode, glorious DDT, connects out of nowhere. Hooks the leg of the champion. 1, 2. Shoulder up from Dolph Ziggler. I really did think for a second that we was going to get a surprise victory on Ziggler's first match after winning the belt. That would have been something to behold. It would have been something to behold. I'll tell you that much. It would have been something amazing. Dolph Ziggler beats the IC champion in relatively easy fashion, then comes out in his first match as champion and loses in relatively easy fashion. It would have been crazy. Would have been something nobody expected. Expected it did. Neck breaker from Dolph Ziggler here tonight. Here he goes. Look, Dolph Ziggler showing off with an elbow driven right into the chest of Bobby Roode inside this ring. Running STO from the challenger. I say challenger. I don't know if that is that the correct word, because he ain't really challenging for the title. He's just challenging in a match. But if technically they're both challenging in the match, you know. But Bobby Roode is challenging the champion, but it ain't for the championship. So is he still a challenger? I don't know. I don't know how it works. But Bobby Roode certainly has had Ziggler in a precarious position. Ziggler's fighting out of it with an uppercut to the face. Follows up with a right hand again. That right hand of Dolph Ziggler keeps dropping Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode doesn't know how to handle it at this point. That right hand is killing him. Working on the legs. But Ziggler doesn't really have any leg-focused attacks that would really make sense for him to be focusing on the legs so much. Well, I say so much. It's only one attack. It was only one attack. And I guess it benefits anyone to work on the leg of their opponent. All the time, anytime. This action spills outside, and Bobby Roode locking up Ziggler, but Ziggler fighting out of it on the outside of this ring and follows up with another chop to the chest, and eats one back from Bobby Roode before sending Dolph Ziggler back into the ring to continue this here match. Oh man, those chops to the chest sounded very impactful. Bobby Roode seems to think that chop to the chest is going to be enough to put the champion away. You out of your damn mind. You are out of your damn mind. He went for that move, but that's Ziggler's move. That's Ziggler's move. He knows that move better than anybody. Big right hand from Ziggler, and now he just clubs into the back of the neck of Bobby Roode. My oh my. Spine buster. We're gonna he's going to be the champion. He's going to be the champion. He hooks the leg. 1, 2. Kick out from Ziggler, but is that going to be enough? You got to think Bobby Roode is riding this momentum into a glorious DDT. He gets out of the way, the champion, before Bobby Roode sends him into the corner. Here we go. Doji got that dope. Oh, Bobby Roode. Snake eyes into that top turnbuckle. And just as I said, Bobby Roode lining up the beginning of the end. Kick to the midsection. Glorious DDT. Rolls over. It's not a rope break. That's going to be it. 1, 2, 3. What's going on? The Intercontinental Champion's been defeated on his first performance since winning the belt. Madness. Man, Dolph Ziggler was looking good for so long in this match. Did he get overconfident? Did he get complacent? We don't know. But what we do know is that Bobby Roode has defeated your champion with a glorious DDT. Wow, this is just right now. What's going on with this championship is looking real like up and down. Bobby Roode has laid claim to the IC championship. Whoa, I don't have to go backstage and see if we got a slot for that IC championship match and Money in the Bank. Of course, again, it's a joint pay-per-view, so limited spots. We have to see if we have a slot for this match. Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler might just be happening at Money in the Bank. One thing we do know is happening is Stephanie McMahon is in the building here to address the WWE Universe. She says she has an announcement regarding the women's division, and that will be coming up later tonight. We're seeing, oh, Samoa Joe, so he did say, oh, Samoa Joe has come across someone, and but oh, turns out you done messed up. You done messed up. You done messed up. You should have known it was a bad idea to come out here and fight Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe said he was gonna come out here and leave a path of destruction backstage, and he's doing exactly that. But we don't have time to watch all of this. Samoa Joe, just chill out a little bit, man. Going from one destroyer to another, Drew McIntyre, 265 pounds of Scottish destruction is arriving on Smackdown Live, coming soon. The Drew McIntyre Experience. We will announce more details on what is happening right here with the Drew McIntyre Experience in the future. All you need to know is Drew McIntyre is coming to Smackdown Live, and he is coming soon. Right now, kicking off the first Money in the Bank qualifier of the night. Carl Anderson. We saw Carl Anderson, and Carl Anderson really could have stayed to claim for that Intercontinental Championship too. For a sense, I mean, he could have forced himself in there. He was having a good match with the former champion Rusev before Dolph Ziggler came and interfered. And Carl Anderson could have said, you know what, I was well on my way to winning that match, beating the champion, and putting myself in there. But Carl Anderson instead came to me very respectfully on the matter, and I decided to give him a chance, a Money in the Bank qualifier right here against TJP. And of course, like I said, I mean, it's a Money in the Bank qualifier. Whoever wins this gets themselves in that Money in the Bank match, a chance to win the briefcase and cash in for a shot at the WWE Championship at any time. Anytime. Let me make sure you understand that. Anytime. Anytime. Whenever you want it. It's damn near hardcore championship rules. His opponent for tonight, a man who also, I mean, he actually lost his match, but he put on a relatively good performance against Samoa Joe when they faced off a couple weeks ago. So right now, TJP getting probably what is his biggest opportunity. You know, I ain't even gonna say probably. This is his biggest opportunity since arriving on Smackdown Live. TJ Perkins has a huge chance right there. I'm gonna say it a few times tonight. But that Money in the Bank briefcase is probably the best opportunity you can get in this business. Even more so than just a straight #1 contendership. Even more so than a straight one-on-one match with the champion, you know. Having that briefcase gives you the opportunity to cash it in unexpectedly before a match, after a match, during a match. Anytime you can cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase and get that WWE Championships. TJP versus Carl Anderson. Right now, it's about to go down. Second Money in the Bank qualifier you will be seeing up next is Seth Rollins up against Mustafa Ali. Whoa, what? TJ, are you good? TJ, bruh, is you good? Is you good, man? Is you good? It's a little bit of a weird one, the way Carl just ran up to him and TJ just crumbled. He was like, oh, don't hit me. He was like, don't hit me. Carl Anderson with a Luther's press and unleashing them strikes on TJ Perkins' face. Carl Anderson's definitely feeling like his form and momentum could bring him towards some success this series. I mean, in terms of victories, no real form and momentum, but like I say, he was looking good against Rusev this past week on SmackDown Live. If you could just translate that, I mean, who am I to say whether he would have won or lost against Rusev, but all I can say is he was looking good. He came to me. He said he was most definitely feeling like he was about to win that match. To be honest, after what's been happening in that IC division, I can't tell him he's lying. You know, people losing unexpected matches all the time. It's kind of crazy. Carl Anderson with a backbreaker though, hitting TJP for his spine, almost taking his spine away, lifting him up. I mean, we've seen already what type of style these two superstars are going to go for. TJP coming straight out of the gates with that Hurricane Runner, showing his cruiserweight style. But Carl Anderson showing, I mean, that cruiserweight style could be your ticket to glory and your ticket to destruction at the same time. Because while you are light enough to do all these moves, you're light enough to be picked up and thrown around. Carl Anderson letting them guns go. Oh God, that's an awkward stomp right there. He hit him like on his spine, down to his buttocks, down to his thigh. That one was all kind of uncomfortable. It looked like it hurt for real. TJP sending Carl Anderson into the corner with a huge European uppercut. You don't expect that kind of impact from a cruiserweight at all, unless your name is Buddy Murphy. God damn. I mean, they do hit hard, but that had a whole new level of impact the way that European uppercut connected. TJP about to work on that arm of Carl Anderson right there. Really hurting him. Again, continuing to work on that arm. I mean, he's got the TJP clutch. I can't, you know what? I can't even. Oh, he dabbed on him. TJP dabbed. He said, yo, Carl Anderson brought out the guns. TJP brought out the dab. A whole dab. Tell me TJP don't have the hardest theme song there is, bruh. Man comes out to a whole video game activation. TJP is actually looking good in this match, but reversed as I say that, he gets himself out the corner and sends Carl Anderson out onto the apron. Oh, this does not look good. This does not look good. TJP! My guy's whole... That's shine. I said shine. I was going to say shine spattering. That is spine shattering stuff right there. A whole sunset flip DD powerbomb onto the outside like that. That's just gonna hurt. I'm telling you that much. That's just gonna hurt. Thought Carl Anderson was gonna go for a fall-away slam, but just hangs up TJP on that top rope instead. Before deciding to work on the arm himself. Both superstars, huge chance. Like I said, Carl Anderson, former United States champion as far as recent as season 2. Ooh. Again, using TJP's light cruiserweight build against him, and a second time he's just throwing TJP around. This is getting a little bit disrespectful. Is he gonna go for a third time? This is just disrespectful. Jesus Christ. I don't want to see TJ. I want to see TJP again, bro. I want to see TJP thrown around like a baby. My guy's being thrown around like a little baby. He's going for the stun gun. TJP reverses into a hurricane runner. He was throwing him around like a little, pitney. Oh, man. If it was ended right there, if that stun gun connected and he was pinned after being thrown up in the air 4 times in a row, nah, we would have had to delete your contract and act like that never existed. We would have had to delete your whole contract. That would have been crazy. TJP with an elbow to the face of Carl Anderson gets Carl Anderson up on his shoulders, beginning of the end. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what the move is called, but TJP is going to go for the pin. No TJP clutch to be activated right here. Hooks the leg after all of that. 2. Oh, shoulder up from the former United States champion. Woo. My, oh my. I thought after throw it. Oh. Okay, so that was his signature. Finish is coming. Oh, no, it's not. Carl Anderson slips down the back. Oh, kicked to the midsection. As Carl Anderson was going for the exact same thing. I think he was going to look for that rocket kick. Wasn't able to find it though, but instead just plants TJP down onto the canvas. I can't get over the fact that he just threw my guy up into the sky 4 times in a row. And then went for the finisher after that. Like, that would have been the most disrespectful finish this universe mode has seen. I'm being real. It already was probably the most disrespectful thing we've already seen. Like, he threw him up in the sky 4 times in a row. Like a baby. Like Carl Anderson is not the biggest guy in the world. Like, for him to be treating TJP like that, it really shows he doesn't really respect him much. But Carl Anderson running, showing a European uppercut of his own into the corner for TJP. And now Carl Anderson waiting for TJP to get up and just puts him back down with the stun gun. 1, 2, 3, and Carl Anderson books himself a spot in that Money in the Bank match. I really thought for a second that they were about to play the Steel 1 song when that theme song dropped. I was about to absolutely lose my mind. Oh, but instead we got this little ass thing. I forgot for a second. Wait, let the beat drop. Alright, I'm off. I was off beat, so I'm gonna just leave it. But Carl Anderson gets a very much disrespectful victory over TJP and books himself a spot in the Money in the Bank match. A chance to get that briefcase. And boy, it's going to do a whole lot for the career of whoever wins that. I mean, 3 superstars are going to be from Smackdown Live and 3 from NXT, of course. The first one is booked right here, right now, and his name is Carl Anderson. But up next, join us. We have a star-studded performance. Mustafa Ali going up against the Architect, Seth Rollins, in the second Money in the Bank qualifier. And we're seeing Finn Balor inside the ring now after a loss. Very close, hugely well contested match against the WWE Champion AJ Styles at Backlash. I know how you guys are all feeling. You're feeling about the same way that I felt when I stepped outside of that ring after that match with at Backlash with AJ Styles. I put on one of my best performances of my career, and it just wasn't enough. But during that match, especially at the end of that match, I felt something. I faced AJ Styles on Smackdown Live, and it went about as I expected. AJ Styles is one of the best, if not the best, in the business. And when I stepped inside the ring with him for that first time, I realized just how good he is. I realized that I would need the demon to be released for me to beat him. At Backlash, I thought I was doing exactly that. I thought I was releasing the demon on AJ Styles, but it still wasn't enough. And at the end of the match, somebody spoke to me in my ear, a voice that I'm very familiar with, and it was the demon himself. And he said to me 2 words. He said, "Release me." Now, as I said, that's exactly what I thought I'd done. But it only dawned on me as I sat backstage in the locker room with my head in my hands. I've never truly released the demon. I've brought out the demon in pay-per-views every once in a while, and he's been able to defeat my opponents head to head. But for an opponent as good as AJ Styles, the demon needs to be truly unleashed. Sure, every time I step out here for a pay-per-view with my demon attire on, it seems like he is here. But every time I do so, the demon is fighting to get himself out and be free. Because as soon as that match is over, the demon goes away and Finn Balor comes back to play. But now I've realized that the demon, I can't do that anymore. The demon, if he's going to be as strong as he can be, I have to let the demon take control. I have to let the demon run things so that I can really take control of that demon form. So from now on, the demon is in control. From now on, the demon is here to stay. From now on, Finn Balor has to go away for now. So with that said, I'm asking Ric Flair right now to give me an opportunity to prove myself and bring the demon out for the first time outside of a pay-per-view to earn another shot at AJ Styles at Money in the Bank for that WWE Championship. What is Finn Balor really talking about? It seems like Finn Balor is saying that the demon, I mean, he said the demon is here to stay. Does that mean the demon is here tonight? Is the demon gonna come out tonight? He said he's asking Ric Flair for a match. I'm gonna have to go out and have a word with Rick and see what we can do. But in the meantime, go ahead and check out NXT, the other half of this co-op universe mode. They just recently come off the back of their pay-per-view, which was NXT TakeOver The End, which I ain't gonna lie, it was good. But that's what we expect from this co-op universe mode. Both sides do bits. It wasn't on the level of Backlash, I think we can all agree. But it was good. You'll have a good time over there watching NXT. Just like you have a good time watching Smackdown live. But in the meantime, what we have now is a match that could be match of the ages right here. We have Mustafa Ali, two superstars who can really go in the ring. Mustafa Ali is going to take on Seth Rollins head to head, one-on-one, with a Money in the Bank ladder match spot on the line. I mean, you give these two an opportunity to go at it in the ring, and you have an opportunity, you're giving yourself an opportunity to be amazed, an opportunity to be wowed. But you put something like this on the line in between these two superstars, and you really have an opportunity for something that is great. This is something that you can only see on, I know I just promoted NXT, go ahead and check it out, but at the end of the day, this is something you can only see on SmackDown Live. Who have they got that are going to put on matches that the potential of this match has? This match could turn out to be one of the greatest we've seen on the universe mode, period with a T at the end. But that's truly down to the fact that NX Trash really ain't got the roster to contend, you know. They really just don't. Seth Rollins coming out here trying to make his way to his second Money in the Bank ladder match, being a part of the first, and obviously coming very close to getting that briefcase before Shinsuke Nakamura was able to take it. Seth Rollins knows what it could lead to, him getting his hands on that WWE Championship again for a second time. Seth Rollins, one of the few superstars in this universe mode to hold championships on both brands. Former WWE champion as well as a world heavyweight champion over on WCW. That was during the time where we was just absolutely burying that brand to the point where they had to switch it up and be like, nah, we ain't NX Trash no more. We're WC Whack. And it really wasn't working out for them. You know, we bodied them into a whole brand change. But you know, it's a bit more competitive nowadays, and you know, we don't always win every week. But you know, in the long term, SmackDown Live shall what's the word? What's the word? I'm looking for a particular word. What is that word? I can't remember. We're just gonna have to move on. I can't remember. I really want that word though. We're gonna win. Let's just say that we're gonna win. Two superstars meet up in the middle of the ring. Mustafa Ali getting advantage of the first lockup, getting advantage in the first grapple in a very sportsman-like break as Mustafa Ali again getting a wrist lock this time on Seth Rollins. The heart and soul of the 205 Live, he was once called. And he's brought that heart and soul all the way to Smackdown Live, and he's really impressed during his time here. And I tell you what, he's coming up against one of the best in the business. He said that when he lost to Finn Balor and AJ Styles, he said that he could beat anyone else, basically. He said that he unfortunately was pitted against two of the best on the whole roster, two of the best in the world. And if it wasn't the case, he would have picked up a victory in any of those matches. But really, I mean, Rollins isn't, he might not be on the level of Styles and Balor, but he's sure as hell close. So I mean, other than facing Bobby Roode last week and picking up a victory in a tough match, this would be one of his biggest challenges. But all props to Mustafa Ali. He's come up to the roster and he has faced nothing but the best. He's faced AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Bobby Roode, and now Seth Rollins. So he's faced nothing but the best in the business. And you have to respect that. You can't help but respect that. So he started off well in this one too. Rollins getting out the way of that attack and planting him down with a body slam. Tough one to eat for Mustafa Ali, but you gotta think, I mean, the Money in the Bank briefcase is such a huge opportunity, but you've got to think it would do so much more for the career of Mustafa Ali than it would for Seth Rollins. Obviously, I mean, it would do the same thing in terms of getting them a WWE Championship shot. But Seth Rollins is already a superstar in his own right. Like I did mention, WWE Champion previously, World Heavyweight Champion previously. Mustafa Ali is still looking for that breakthrough, that one win that's going to propel his career and make him be taken seriously amongst the top of the top, amongst the main event scene, amongst the title holders. So he still kind of needs that victory, whereas Seth Rollins is already sitting at that spot. Mustafa Ali though, feeling good. He just done a little front flip into a little dance. Enziguri on Seth Rollins, and that just seems to have woken Seth Rollins up, because he no-sold that, joining Tyler Bate and Team No-Sell, and hitting him with a running drop kick. And that's woken up Seth Rollins' offense. He hits a standing moonsault. Seth Rollins, I mean, this is a guy who could really do it all, and he's bringing out another one of them. Seth Walker hits and drops Mustafa Ali, who decides he needs to take a second, rolls out, but Seth Rollins not giving him any time to breathe on the outside of the ring. Mustafa Ali taking down Rollins before heading inside the ring, where Rollins follows him and runs straight into some Mustafa Ali offense. Finds Rollins in the corner with a drop kick to the back. Those ones hurt, man. Those ones hurt. Rollins off of the ropes and straight into another Mustafa Ali drop kick. Rollins reversing, getting Mustafa Ali with a jawbreaker and another drop kick. Both guys saying, anything you can do, I can do better. As Mustafa Ali rolls out and Seth Rollins goes crazy inside the ring. Huge fan favors both of these guys, and Seth Rollins' big right hand sending Mustafa Ali outside the ring again, where he continues the offense. Just for a minute though. Maybe not just for a minute. Seth Rollins looking for something high risk. Will it be high reward or not? Seth Rollins with a big crossbody heading outside the ring here on Smackdown Live. This is where you get the best action you can have. And Mustafa Ali catches Rollins with a big back breaker. And that one really took the wind out of Seth Rollins' sails. You could just feel the momentum drain away from him right there as that one happened. Oh, the action back inside here on Smackdown Live. Money in the Bank qualifier. Seth Rollins and Mustafa Ali going head to head to join Carl Anderson in that ladder match 2 weeks from now. Seth Rollins going for a cover right there. Mustafa Ali not even letting it hit one. It's that sign he really hasn't done nearly enough to get the end of this match. I think Seth Rollins was looking for that Seth Walker again. Mustafa Ali was able to drive him away, but it looks like Seth Rollins is sending Mustafa Ali into that turnbuckle again with a snake eyes. Anyway, both superstars really giving it all they got right now, and that just shows what is on the line. It just shows what really is at risk right now. You know, what they could win and what they could lose. Seth Rollins deciding to slow down Mustafa Ali just a little bit. Remember, later on in the show, pretty much up next, Stephanie McMahon is here in the building for one of the first times in this Universe Mode's history. She says she has an announcement to make, and we are very close to seeing exactly what that announcement is. But meanwhile, Mustafa Ali is getting all fired up, taking down Rollins twice, and Rollins reverses, sends Mustafa Ali into the corner. Mustafa Ali slips outside the ring and a big kick to the head of Seth Rollins. Mustafa Ali joining him back inside the ring. Mustafa Ali ducking under, and Rollins completely shuts that down with a clothesline. These two guys have been going at it for quite some time now, and Rollins has something lined up. He's going to drop Mustafa Ali. Ooh, all up on that rope. That's tough. That one's going to hurt. Seth Rollins rolling Mustafa Ali over into a super kick. That schoolboy roll up into super kick connection that we've seen Rollins pull out so many times. And now Rollins looking for the beginning of the end, looking for the revolution knee. The Kingslayer knee, as some call it. Hooks the leg. Rollins going to Money in the Bank right now. Two shoulder up from Mustafa Ali is not enough right now. And we're back here in this Money in the Bank qualifier match. Seth Rollins versus Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali has just sent Seth Rollins out the ring and climbed up to the top rope. What's Mustafa Ali got him? Oh, that looked like it would have killed his knee. Did you see the way he just landed on his whole kneecap? Just went over the head of Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins ducked out the way he did. Duck out the way. That super kick though. Jesus, that one just... Bah! Action spills outside. Seth Rollins knows better. He gets back inside the ring, whereas Mustafa Ali follows him and actually gets the offense in first and hits a back suplex drop on Seth Rollins. Both of these guys still going at it inside this ring, knowing exactly what is at stake, as Mustafa Ali sends Rollins into the corner, follows up with a forearm to the face. Looks like he's gonna go for an early cover. Well, I say early, but that ain't what I meant. Ain't early, but unexpected. Kind of disrespectful. You know, you ain't gonna cover someone off of a running forearm in the corner. It's just not gonna happen. But again, it looks like Mustafa Ali is gonna send Seth Rollins out, but he might do it with some impact this time. Oh my God, get Rollins back into the ring. He should have got Rollins back into the ring. That one could have been the end. That pin, that right there. Golly, but Mustafa Ali catches Seth Rollins off guard, back into the ring, sending Rollins into the corner again and following up with another running forearm. Mustafa Ali is really taking advantage and taking control of this matchup now. And this could be Mustafa Ali's key to the city. Again, he's going for a cover off of that running forearm though. I would have taken that momentum and ran with it towards the end of this match, towards the finish. But Mustafa Ali maybe showing that lack of experience where he does that. Maybe Seth Rollins would have tried to lock in the curb stomp. Exactly what I was talking about. And that mistake is going to make Mustafa Ali pay. That mistake is going to cost Mustafa Ali. And Seth Rollins hooks the leg. He's going to Money in the Bank too. The shoulder up for Mustafa Ali. Oh man. Revolution knee couldn't get done, and neither could the curb stomp. My oh my, Lord Jesus, these boys, every time these matches get a little up tempo, I lose my voice. Damn near at least. I mean, I always say I lose my voice, but then I'm still talking, I'm still screaming, cause I do it for y'all. I put myself through it. Oh, Mustafa Ali with a big right hand, follows up with a drop kick. Keeping on the pace a little bit, working on that arm. Mustafa Ali. Oh, look at the talent. Done a front flip over Seth Rollins just to stunt on them hoes. And Seth Rollins didn't like that. He's saying, who are you doing? what are you doing? I'm still the man. And Seth Rollins now getting all fired up, taking down Mustafa Ali one more time, connecting with a sling blade. And Seth Rollins might be trying to put this one away. Rolling, schoolboy roll up into a super kick. And Seth Rollins rolling Mustafa Ali. I think he's going to go for the... Oh, he's going for the cover. He's going for the cover to go into Money in the Bank and a kick out early. But after hitting that schoolboy super kick, Mustafa Ali has to be careful. He's got to be careful because this is what's coming. Revolution knee again. Revolution knee again. 1, 2. Oh my God, he kicks out again. Y'all hear the way I counted. I said 1, 2. I was so nonchalant. I was so sure that was the end of this match. Seth Rollins having to do more to put Mustafa Ali again. That's 2 revolution knees and a curb stomp that hasn't put the Heart of 205 alive. I said alive. The Heart of 205 live. Former Heart of 205 live. Away! And an impromptu German suplex has Seth Rollins down. I am sleep. I am sleep. All that Seth Rollins had to just do to put Mustafa Ali away, and it ends with a German suplex like that. Oh, you're having a laugh, but Mustafa Ali has got it done. He's got it done, and that is all that matters at the end of the day. Mustafa Ali is getting himself into a Money in the Bank qualifier. He is not into a Money in the Bank, but into the Money in the Bank, the real thing. After beating Seth Rollins in the Money in the Bank, well, that's a huge victory, defeating Seth Rollins, showing the heart and soul that got him here, all the attributes that got him the nickname of the heart and soul of 205 Live. Is he kicked out of the super kick, kicked out of the revolution knee twice, kicked out the curb stomp, didn't even land the 054 splash, but found a way to get it done. At the end of the day, Mustafa Ali is joining Carl Hansen as he's going to the Money in the Bank ladder match for an opportunity to cash in for the WWE Championship. Man, in some ways that match was everything we expected, but in many ways it was a huge curveball. Lord Jesus, that it was absolutely, I don't even know what to say. And we've just been alerted that this has happened backstage recently. Billie Kay been attacked by Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan of the Riot Squad. We saw Ruby Riott and Peyton Royce get into it in a match last week where the Riot Squad were actually DQ'd for some crazy behavior. But running it back right here, you get to see, I mean, Billie Kay looks like she was just heading down towards Peyton Royce maybe, who actually got in the way and interrupted this before the Riot Squad backed off. But this rivalry seems to be heating up. It's like a tea kettle boiling over. But going from stuff that was happening outside, backstage, to some stuff that's happening inside the ring, we have confirmed Finn Balor will face off in the main event against Rusev. And whoever wins will get a shot at AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at Money in the Bank. And we've been waiting for this all day. She's finally here. Stephanie McMahon is in the ring for what I think is like only the second time in this co-op universe mode. She has barely been here to see. So if she is here today, my bet is it's important. Smackdown Live. Why does it feel good to be in front of all you people? I know I haven't been around here too often, but I think that should just tell you that the fact that I'm here today means that I have something important to say. Now, I've been watching what's been going on backstage week after week, and I think it's safe to say that this women's division needs some sort of leadership. I mean, these ladies, whilst they're so talented, they're just running around going crazy week after week. It's up and down, attacking each other. It's getting a little bit out of hand. And whilst Ric Flair does his job with the men's division, he doesn't seem to have the same vigor for the women's division. So I'm here to announce today that from this week onwards, I am here to take control and act as general manager for this women's division. And my first act as general manager is to announce that in Money in the Bank, we will have the first women's Money in the Bank match of this co-op universe mode. Now, with it being the very first Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's division, it is a huge event, and I've decided to handpick 4 superstars who I feel are not only deserving, but are happy, willing, and able to carry this as the huge event that it is, and will be automatically placed into this match. Those 4 superstars are Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Alexa Bliss. The following 2 spots will be fought for in qualifying matches next week. The following news I have is just as big, if not bigger, and that is that from the week following the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, we will have the first ever Mae Young Classic of this universe mode also. This Mae Young Classic will feature superstars that are already under our roster, as well as superstars signed from other companies coming from the indie circuit and looking for a chance to shine. If the winner so happens to be one of those superstars from the indie circuit, they will earn themselves a permanent spot on our roster. And also, any other indie superstars are fighting for an opportunity to be signed, shall they impress. As for the winner of this tournament, albeit a superstar already on our brand or not, they will win themselves an opportunity to fight for the Smackdown Live Women's Championship at SummerSlam. We got some huge announcements right there. This is all sounding good. And this right here is unbelievably disrespectful. We have Bayley coming out. She got that goddamn she got the old Tron out as well. She does this from time to time just to mock the WWE Universe. She knows how much it hurt. Oh, look at her. She's coming out acting up, throwing her hands out. Look at her. Oh, man. Stephanie, I think this is going on just long enough. I sat backstage in my locker room and I listened to what you had said, and I gave an opportunity to say something smart for once in your life. And I sat back there and I heard what you said, and I tried to think of a reason not to come down here and put your head through one of those cameras, and as you can see, I couldn't think of one. Bayley, who the hell do you think you are talking to? Do you have any idea what kind of power I have around here? Do you have any idea? Did you not just listen? I am your new general manager. Do you have any clue what I could do to your career? Do I have any idea? Do I have any idea what you could do? Do you have any idea what I could do to your health, Stephanie? Do you have any idea what I could do to your brittle bones inside this ring? Stephanie, I'm sick and tired of being overlooked in this business. So maybe you should think before you come out here and disrespect me the way you're doing so right now. How could you come out here after the performance I put on just over a week ago? I pinned the Smackdown Live Women's Champion inside this ring, and you don't even have what it takes to conjure up the courage and put me inside the Money in the Bank ladder match and do what's right. What, I'm gonna have to win it in a qualifiers match? I've done more than any of the superstars that you just told me about. Charlotte Flair just lost to Asuka. Becky Lynch lost to Asuka. Natalya has done nothing, and Alexa Bliss has sat backstage powdering her face for 3 seasons. But I'm gonna have to win a qualifiers match and qualify? Bayley, you are absolutely right. Charlotte did lose to Asuka. Becky Lynch did lose to Asuka. And I sat backstage with my father, albeit, and I watched your match with Asuka, and we were so impressed with this new attitude of yours that we decided to give you a championship shot at the Money in the Bank in a ladder match with Asuka. So before you come out here and you raise your voice and say all types of things to me that could get you in all types of different trouble, you think before you speak, and you look at who you're speaking to, Bayley, because I could take this championship opportunity away from you just like that. And Stephanie McMahon out here drops the mic on Bailey, and it's going to be feeling a little bit bittersweet for Bailey right now, because she's got herself a ladder match with the champion at Money in the Bank, but at the same time, Stephanie kind of put her in her place, if I'm completely honest with you, man. Here we go. It's time for the main event of the evening out here. We're bringing Rusev down to the ring to face off against the Demon himself. Oh, just my chair again. I didn't realize my chair was so goddamn unflexible. Like, it goes up like 1 inch and then down 1 inch. Oh, damn, man. We were putting in all this work for Smackdown Live. You gotta give me a chair? That does the job, you know. Who is putting in my chair? Who? Who's in charge of this stuff? Who's in charge of furniture around here? Bring me his name. Matter of fact, don't bring me his name. Just tell him he's fired. Tell him don't come back here to work next week. God damn it. Send him over to NXT. I'm sure they need somebody out there, man. Golly. But his head to end. I forgot what I was saying. Main event time. And we spoke. I mean, Finn Balor came out here earlier. He said that he wanted a chance to prove that he is improving. He is ready. A chance to earn an opportunity to face AJ Styles at Money in the Bank for the WWE Championship. I spoke to Ric Flair. We made this matchup. We say, you know what? This makes sense. Rusev being the man who took the Intercontinental Championship from Finn Balor to begin with. So obviously if Finn Balor is able to defeat Rusev, that shows signs of improvement. It shows that Finn Balor is somewhat worthy to get another opportunity at AJ Styles. It just shows that Finn Balor is better than he was. But for the very first time, we're seeing the Demon King arrive at Smackdown Live headquarters. Ain't really headquarters, it's just an arena. It's just a random arena. But I said what I said and I'm not going to take it back. The Demon is here, so what Finn Balor is essentially getting at is his restricted use of the Demon means that when he does use it, the Demon is not necessarily at full power. I mean, spending more time in the Demon body means he's more acquainted with that Demon body. It makes sense. So what he's saying is the Demon is I guess, now here to stay. There is no more Finn Balor. There is only the Demon King. See, I was on point. You ain't gonna tell me I was no point with a beat right there. Ba, 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 ba. Hometown County, Wicklow. So the Demon, I mean, Finn Balor almost made it seem as if they are two separate entities, as if the Demon was taking. He said he was speaking to the Demon at Backlash. He said he heard that. Bah! You see the way he lifts the leg up like, bah! He says, I'm about to fuck somebody up. Yeah, he says the Demon spoke to him and said, let me free. I mean, that's why I was talking to him backstage before this match. That's what he said the Demon said to him. And I walked away because that's some weird shit. He said the Demon said let him free. I said, you know what? I'm not trying to be around this. I don't have my Bible on me. I'm not trying to hear it. So Finn Balor has an opportunity right now. Here we go. Main event action right now as Finn Balor is taking on Rusev. They're going to meet each other. Ooh, in the middle of the ring. Finn Balor coming out here meeting Rusev with a stern kick to the midsection. Now this is going to be interesting to see how this match plays out, because we saw them in their match at last season's Backlash where Rusev defeated Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship, and the thing that really seemed to stand out was the size difference. Rusev was at times just too big for Finn Balor, and of course that's not changed because Finn Balor is calling on the Demon. So how is he going to handle that change? Well, not that change. That's something that stays exactly the same. Finn Balor is able to push Rusev over to the ropes and sends it. Ooh, unfortunate for Finn Balor. And Rusev was able to get his hands up and deflect that drop kick. But Rusev is showing that his grappling skills are not something to be snuffed at. Nice little suplex from Finn Balor though. If I had to make an early bet based off of how things went at Backlash with Finn Balor, despite the fact that Finn Balor lost to AJ Styles, he put on a tremendous performance. However, on the other side, Rusev losing his belt, he didn't look so good. But one thing we've seen tonight is that those performances, I mean, Bobby Roode beating Finn Balor, Bobby Roode beating Dolph Ziggler, as Rusev lets out a scream, it shows that anything could really happen, especially around this Intercontinental division. Seems like anything is going anywhere and anyhow and any way. Rusev going for early cover. Barely getting a 1 count right there. A little bit disrespectful that you thought that you had did enough when you had did nothing. Going for that belly to belly again. Finn Balor fighting out of it and hitting us. Sling Blade on Rusev. Going to work on the arm of the big man. We would have thought maybe Finn Balor would have came out here and tried to take the wind out of the sails of Rusev. Maybe come out and try and slow him down. That's exactly what it looks like he's trying to do right about now. Early on in this match, still to see what's to come from the Demon King himself. But you gotta think, with Finn Balor kind of trying to unlock the hidden potential in the Demon King. I mean, not his words, that's me paraphrasing almost what he said. But with that being what Finn Balor is essentially trying to do, it's surely a long-term plan, right? It's not going to happen off the rip. It's not going to happen straight away. It's going to be something that's going to be a plan in action, like a long-term development. So how much of an improvement is Finn Balor going to have made? That's what's interesting to me. Rusev hitting a bat suplex, and it's looking like Rusev is still a bit of competition for Finn Balor. How much of a change is that going to make going into Money in the Bank for him to face off against AJ Styles? Like I said, it's only 2 weeks. Is that enough time for Finn Balor to really get adjusted with this Demon King body and really get the most out of it? Time will tell, but I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. Finn Balor now getting fired up a little bit. Is that shotgun drop kick? It's the way that shot, it just shoots them into that corner. Really just propelled Rusev into that corner. And now Finn Balor's hit up to the top rope. It's going for the coup de grace out of no. It really came out of nowhere. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. That really came out of nowhere. It was all, the match was just cruising along. It was cruising. And then it's like Finn Balor just woke up. The demon just said, finish this shit. And Finn Balor, look, Finn Balor was in a tough position right there, and then out of nowhere, look at the way it's in slow motion, but boom, it's like he just propels off of the bottom of his boot into that corner. And the coup de grace, for me, one of the most deadly finishers in the business. Like, just the height that he gets on it, and just, I wouldn't want to be on the end of that finisher, let's say that. But Finn Balor earns himself another shot at AJ Styles in the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. WWE Championship will be on the line. But like I said, will it be enough? Will it be enough? 2 weeks for him to get acclimated with this Demon King form. We're going to have to wait and see. Money in the Bank. We've found 2 of our 3 superstars to compete in that ladder match. Also, we have Bayley versus Asuka scheduled for it. Mae Young Challenge coming up soon. Make sure you check out Impact Wrestling, that is coming very, very soon. As well as NXT tomorrow and AEW coming soon. It's all kicking off in this universe mode. We are the latest co-op universe mode there is. So don't even look nowhere else, because this is where you're going to see the action. Catch us next week. Peace.